Hi, my name is Jake. Now let's talk music. Alright, so still Friday. Um if you watched my prior videos, you'll understand what that means. But today we got the Grammy nominations and I ugh, I posted it on multiple stories and it's just the Grammys are a joke. Like you you mess up with some of the winners. Like last year, even though for a while I said Killer Mike, he should have won, after revisiting those albums, Utopia should have won. It was the highest selling album that year. It's the best track list. You have so much more like replayability with that album. But this year, instead of like trying to right their wrongs, the Grammys just say, you know what? We still don't care. Today we got the best rap album Grammy nominees. Future and Metro Boomin, we still don't. I mean, we don't trust you. That one's good. Great job there. Common and Pete Rock's The Auditorium Volume 1. I'm cool with that. But it's these next three, man. J. Cole might delete later. Is it just because the name J. Cole is attached to this that we're putting this up for a Grammy nomination? Like, it is a subpar album, and honestly, it put like a bad name on J. Cole for most of this year. Like, does anyone even still go back to that album? I I just feel like there are so many better albums that could have went over that. Next up, Eminem, The Death of Slim Shady. It's the same thing over. It's literally the same thing. Eminem's name is on it, so you know what? Let's nominate it. Did you listen to the piece of music that you got from Eminem? There is one good song on that whole album. Otherwise, it's just the same recycled thing over and over and over. Yet, because Eminem's name is put on this album, you know what? Let's nominate it for a Grammy. Like, it's just the same thing over and over. What's next? Doechii, Alligator Bites Never Heal. Now, I'm not going to talk shit on Doechii. This is a good album, and honestly, I don't have as many problems with this album being here as the last two I just mentioned. But at the same time, when you have some of the albums that came out this year, I'm sorry, but Doechii, you do not deserve to have an album here when we think about Dark Times by Vince Staples, Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q. Like, let's just stop and talk about Schoolboy Q. He has the best album of the year. Well, of the year for the Grammys because it ends in August. Like, ends after August. You have the best rap album from this year according to the time period that the Grammys give. Because Chromacopia's album, the best album from 2024. But for being nominated toward this category, how do we not have Schoolboy Q with the best album, and it would, to me, it should win over every single album that is here. Then we have Dark Times by Vince Staples. Like, that piece of music is so much better than everything on here. And nothing. I I Lay Down My Life for You by JPEG Mafia. Nothing. Even Ultra 85 by Logic. There are problems within that, but you cannot tell me that J. Cole, Eminem, and Doechii deserve to have a nomination over that project. It is a great storytelling project, though there are some times where the music isn't as good as what it could be. Like, we know what Logic can do, but Logic is getting older. It's not going to be the same as when he was younger. But we still get a conclusion to this whole series, and it doesn't matter. Let's put in these bigger names just because we're the Grammys and we want to say, you know what, you have a big name, you get a nomination. It's stupid. Like, the only two that I can, like, sit here and I'm like, you know what, these deserve to be here. It's Future and Metro Boomin's album and Common and Pete Rock. Other than that, I can't go along with these albums that are here. And we're not even finished. That's just rap album. Best songs. Let me just say, I love Kanye. But there is no damn way you put Carnival on the best rap songs nominations. It's like, looking at this whole list, it's like TikTok just decided this list. You know what? It went viral on TikTok. Nomination. Instead of actually sitting there and saying, you know what? This is the best rap song of the year with one of the best verses. I mean, how does Fuel not get a mention? Like, we get an amazing verse from Jid, and we even get a pretty good verse from Eminem, yet nothing. I haven't even heard the song Asteroid by Rhapsody and Hit Boy. I haven't heard that. Like, I get Not Like Us. That's the song of the year to me. And also Future, Kendrick Lamar, and Metro Boomin's Like That. That really changed the course of this whole year. Without that song, this year would have been totally different. And I can honestly see, not for a best rap song, but Glorilla did her thing with Yeah Glow. But for having the best verse of the year and not get a single nomination, it's bad. They just want to turn everything to the mainstream, and some of the best albums aren't mainstream, and it just is annoying. One thing I do want to talk about for a positive, though, I mean, honestly, the biggest artist of this whole year, Kendrick Lamar, and he has 7 nominations for Grammys, which 5 of them are being for Not Like Us. But the biggest letdown, when we think of this year in music and this year in hip hop, we have had some amazing projects. Not one single hip hop or rap album was nominated for Album of the Year. Not a single one. Just explain that. I don't even remember the whole list of Album of the Year. I'm gonna look it up right now, but it's bad. Okay. Only person who is adjacent to rap that has been put on this list is Andre 3000 with his Flute album. We got Cowboy Carter by Beyonce. Just because her name is Beyonce doesn't mean she deserves to be nominated for Album of the Year. Then I have an album that I don't even know how to say. We got Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter, which got outperformed by an album, no, not even an album, a mixtape that was released 10 years ago but was put onto streaming services this year. Explain that one to me. It got outperformed by something that has already been out for 10 years, but just because it got put back onto streaming platforms, it it outsold, it outdid Short and Sweet. Yet Short and Sweet gets a nomination. Uh this is my favorite one here. Taylor Swift, the Tortured Poets Department. It says Taylor Swift on it. Let's nominate it. Like, give me a break, man. That is not a good album. I don't even, I haven't listened to the Chappelle Roan album, so I don't know what to say about it. But the two that truly deserve to be here are Brat and Hit Me Hard and Soft. Like, Brat's Summer. Like, think about that. That's all everyone was thinking about was Brat Summer. And Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish, great album. Deserves to be there. But you're telling me over all the other ones, you don't get a single hip hop album? We have Blue Lips. We have Dark Times. We have I Lay Down My Life for You. We have We Don't Trust You. Like, none of these get a single nomination for Album of the Year. It's just, the Grammys don't take hip hop or rap serious. I mean, even when they're doing when they accept the awards, they go to commercial. Explain that to me. Like, you go to commercial when someone who has pretty much put their whole year into this project, and when they go to accept the award, you go to commercial. But if anything has to do with Taylor Swift or Beyonce, no, we wouldn't dare go to commercial. It's just the Grammys hate hip hop and rap and do not take it seriously. And that's why different rappers have spoke out and have pretty much tried to boycott the Grammys. And I can't blame them. I will not be watching. I'll have a notification on for who wins each, but I will not sit and watch those. I cannot sit and watch that award show. I really can't. At this point, it's a joke. God, I'm sorry, but when I seen that this morning, I just knew I had to speak about it, and it's bad. Hopefully next year something's different. I mean, next year Tyler the Creator's album will be nominated for sure. There's no way that doesn't get a nomination. But I just don't know if I'm gonna sit and act like I care about the Grammys next year when for the last several years it's been horrible. I mean, other than 2022 getting Miss Morale and the Big Steppers put up for Album of the Year, I couldn't tell you the last time a rap album was put up for Album of the Year. I really couldn't. And it's just because they disrespect and don't take rap and hip hop serious when they think of the other categories. Yes, it's one of the younger genres of music, but it's one of the most serious genres. And it just sucks to see how little people care. But, yeah. I just had to make a video about this. Until next time, peace.